So what is a hurricane? Well, it's a very large and strong storm with wind speeds of 74 miles per hour or higher. Hurricanes typically form along the trade wind latitudes. Those are near the equator in the ocean. There is both an Atlantic and a Pacific hurricane season, and sometimes hurricanes are also called cyclones or typhoons. A hurricane is a circular storm that rotates around something called an eye. Inside the eye of the storm, there is typically no rain or wind, and it's usually very eerily calm. There are different categories of hurricanes, from a tropical storm to a Category 5 hurricane, and they can cause a great deal of damage when they hit an area. There is an actual science to how hurricanes form. To start, you have to have the perfect atmospheric and water conditions. We're going to focus on the Atlantic hurricane season since those are the storms that affect us in these parts of the area, in Pennsylvania. But there are hurricanes in the Pacific as well. But back to those ingredients. You need low pressure, you need several thunderstorms that come together, and you need warm ocean water, 82 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. Once you have these conditions, the storm comes together and begins to rotate and forms what's called a tropical depression. The storm's rotation is called the Coriolis effect. The Coriolis effect appears to make things rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere, so this way, and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. This is all affected by the Earth's rotation. If all of those conditions are correct and winds increase to 39 miles per hour, the storm officially becomes a tropical storm and is named. We'll go into more detail about names later. When winds hit 74 miles per hour, it officially becomes a hurricane. The winds are based upon something called the Saffir-Simpson wind scale, which we'll also talk about in a future video. The hurricane is now circulating with extremely fast winds, but moves relatively slowly forward and usually moves either north or west in the Atlantic. As soon as the storm hits cooler water or land, it does begin to lose strength, although even a tropical storm can cause quite a bit of damage.